Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This week we are going to work with the inked and tiled stamp set, and today I'm pairing it with the brick and mortar 3D embossing folder. So what I want to do today is work with different ways to use the stamps. On my paper pumpkin last week I showed how to use a sponge dauber to change the color of the stamp, so we're going to do a little bit of that as well. We're also going to do some masking. This is the same stem, but it has a different flower on it, so I'll show you how we do that. I've got a standard card base. I've got a 5 1/4 by 4 in the Berry Burst, and I've got a 5 by 3 3/4 in the basic white, and I've already cut out the Just a Note greeting from the set with one of the Stylish Shapes dies. So let's get going on how we create the card. So you're going to need to have your stamp cleaning pad out for this one. What we're going to do to start off, to do these flowers in the middle, we need two stamps. We need this stamp and we need the floral stamp. So what we are going to do is we are going to mask the stamp. So we are going to take some washi tape and we're going to place it over the stamp in areas that we don't want to stamp with. So we're just going to add the washi tape, then we're going to ink up the stamp, and then we will peel off the washi tape and stamp. So we've got the washi tape there. Put a little bit more on this flower, like this, just so the whole stamp surface is covered that we don't want to stamp on our card. So what we're going to do is we're going to ink this up now, and the washi tape's going to go in the ink. But what we're going to do, and this is soft seafoam, we're going to peel the washi tape off, and then we're going to put the stamp down like that. Now what we have is just the leaves. We're going to take our Berry Burst, we're going to ink up the flower, and then we're going to stamp it down. And we're going to stamp this one down. There we go. So now we have a completely different flower using the stamps. The second way we're going to use this stamp is with the sponge dauber. What we're going to do is we're going to ink up the stamp. Sorry, I should put this in frame. We're going to ink up the stamp. Then we're going to use our sponge dauber and we're going to ink up the flowers. Super, super simple. You try and always start with your lightest color and then use your darker colors to do the dauber. And then we're going to just tuck this in like that. Now we need to clean the stamp, because if I take this now and put it back in here, I'm going to get Berry Burst in my soft seafoam, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to grab my cleaner, dry it up a bit. This is also the reason I did the masking first, is because the washi tape doesn't stick very well if you've just cleaned your stamp, because it's a bit damp. So we're going to ink this up again. And I'm leaving the flowers off a little bit at the top, or you don't have to, but I'm going to use my sponge dauber. I'm going to come in again like this, make sure I'm inked up well, and then I'm going to come in on this side and I'm going to add the flowers on this side, just like that. So that's what we've got going on. You can also, I'm going to add another flower over here because I'm a little bit this way, so I just need to clean my stamp again. I'm going to ink it up, but I just need that one flower, so I'm just going to ink up the one side. Then I'm going to do that one flower, and I'm just going to pop this down like this. So there, I've got another flower going on over here. I've got a bit of an empty space here. That's fine. I'm going to add the greeting there. So I got this far on my example card and I thought, a little bit plain. You know what I'm like. I'm pulling out the embossing folder. So I've got the brick and mortar 3D embossing folder. I'm going to pop that in. Make sure it's relatively straight. Just a little bit of a tweak. There we go. And I'm going to pop this in. Always put your spine or the fold of your folder in first so that you don't distort it or even crack it. And then we're going to just adhere this to the front of the card. So it's amazing what an embossing folder will do, the difference it will make. So we are going to take this now and we're going to put adhesive all the way around the edge. Because this is a 3D folder, the edges can get a little bit wavy, or for quilting we'd call it lettuce edged, where they don't adhere down very flat. So we're going to put adhesive all the way around so that we can really get those edges adhered down. Put that like that. Then I'm going to take my card base, make sure I've got it open the right way, and I'm going to dimensionalize this. You don't have to, you can flat mount it as well. Totally your call. You could do this in all different colors. If you've got a friend whose favorite color is purple, you could use the Highland Heather or Fresh Freesia, or if someone really likes the yellows, you could use Daffodil Delight on this, or even Crushed Curry. I'm just going to lay that down. Then I'm going to take my mini dimensionals and just pop a couple on the back of the greeting like that, and then we'll put it together. And that is the first card in this week's series using the inked and tiled stamp set. So just make sure that's straight. Give it a little nudge up. There we go. And that is our card. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.